To the inside.
We got a car
around he
going
goes.
Michael Self. Problems for the defending champion.
Drafting, and he got to 25 of Self.
Oh, my.
Out of shape, and then when Michael came back down to the inside, Willie had already, the momentum pushed his nose up into there and got into him, and around Willie was trying to close that gap up by pushing Michael Self. It didn't work out. All 4 tires up off the ground. Great job by these 5-star bodies with the roof flaps deploying to keep that car on the ground.
That has got to be an unsettling feeling. Being turned, going backwards, having all 4 wheels. One more look at it.
See, Michael's right against the double yellow line, but this second or third bump is going to get him out of shape.
He's going to slide up, and that's all it takes.
Very fortunate that car stayed on the ground, but a lot of damage to that Sinclair car.
We got a big wreck off of
Oh, big wreck.
That's Eric Caudell.
Did you have an issue?
Yeah.
This is going to be contact.
There
Here's
you
what
go.
that's going to be. I think
just
being
got
run
run
over.
into.
Yeah.
Oh, and that is a heavy, heavy impact.
Yeah.
No fault of his own, but, you know, just, it's hard to see. You know, you wave off, you try and do everything you can, but people really got to pay attention, and it's just hard. I mean, that was a hard hit.
I was kind of thinking when they didn't have to make green flag stops.
22 out of shape. That's Connor Hall out of Hampton, Virginia, who did a good job controlling that car.
That right rear. Oh, look at
the
JJ
big time
Pack.
damage. Yep, that's JJ Pack out of Haymarket, Virginia.
I got to him before that.
How about the job Grant Quinlan does in that 30 car to avoid him, as well as Gustine in the 32. Let's see if the aftermath. We see what, they're going to bunch up over there. JJ Pack moves to the outside and gets turned into the outside wall by Derek Lancashire in the 29. Nice job by Leilani Munter getting out of the way, but they just run out of space right here. JJ Pack was trying to give him room, squeeze the 29 into the outside wall.
Never driven a race car, but I assume Brandon McReynolds is 2.3 seconds back as we've got one turned around. It's Thad Moffitt in the 46.
There was another car, too, involved in that incident. Looks like Thad's going to get the worst of it.
Tire.
Looks like maybe a right rear tire. At least
maybe it smells like a tire, right?
Without
the general tire profile.
Right rear tire was down on that car, and the 11 of Jason White came along with nowhere to go, ran into the outside wall trying to avoid him. But another right rear tire issue here for Thad Moffitt.
The shape, they are making headway.
This is going to get interesting. Inside of 2 to go. Hold on. Here we go.
Another situation where the pushing went wrong.
They were being so aggressive, and it was working. It really was. It's just such a fine line. And with these cars, when the bumpers don't match up perfect, they lift. And as soon as it lifts up and you don't give them time to correct it, you just run into bad situation. And that's unfortunate. They were coming.
Right, at New Smyrna in the K&N East Series.
Let's see what came first. Well, a lot of things happened
It was
at
just
the
the bumping.
right time.
Just bumping. Todd Gillen's trying to help Brandon McReynolds. He wasn't trying to turn him around. He was trying to help him. And unfortunately, Brett Holmes, who did an outstanding job running in the 3rd position all day long, and he ends up getting taken out as well.
There's what we were talking about. Getting close. I'm not saying locking bumpers, but I'm saying a little shoving going on.
You can see a gap just a little bit and come back and get that impact. Well, it's also hard because when you do that, it also creates that moment where it lifts the back tires off the ground a little bit.
Gilliland able to get through this, by the way, now being scored in the 3rd spot.
Yeah, Natalie Decker also. Grant Quinlan getting by.
Sean Core.
Hard contact there between the 32 of Gus Dean and the 28 of Brandon. See the 32 on the outside. He might have got a little bit of a bump as well. And then he made contact with the 28. He had already gotten to the outside wall.
Driver's view, though, right there. You were seeing the back of a spoiler. You have no clue anything's going on until you hear it on the radio. By the time they can communicate that and tell you need to be checking up, a lot of times it is too late. You're already wrecking, or you're already running in the back of somebody.
Camera, Leilani Munter.
She sees the smoke.
Did an excellent job getting through it.
I think she might have had a little bit of contact. Looked like the...
Gilliland looks outside.
He has Eckes lined up behind him.
And it's going to be a drag race to the finish line, and it will be the 18-year-old picking up his 3rd ever ARCA win, but none bigger than the Daytona 200.
It's working really well.
Oh, Jimmy going to take...
Oh, no, Jimmy!
Contact.
And around goes Menard into the wall. Taking cars with it.
Come on, clear, clear, clear. All clear.
Big wreck.
You got it.
Well, I'm just wondering, did that suck the back end of the car around on Menard? Yeah, Jimmy just got to run. Went to side. It just you know, a misjudgment.
Yeah.
And made contact, turned him around.
Look at all, I mean, look at that. That's a wad of wrecked race cars.
There is your winner of the Clash of 2019. Due to the heavy rain, the race has been called. It's official. Jimmy Johnson is your winner.
You know, a year ago,